should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. This should be played at high volume. Preferably in a residential area.
The following thoughts on Happy Hour do not represent Cox Media Group or its sponsoring. Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Voted as best local podcast in Tampa Bay by the Creative Loafing. You're listening to Happy Hour. You're tuned in to Happy Hour, an hour where Happy rants about something. Sit back and listen in. Happy Hour is on now. Happy Hour is on now.
Yo, what's up? Hello, how are you? Great to hear. This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. And for the next hour, my goal in life is to change the way you think about things. For the next hour, I want you to think about what I'm about to rant about in your original way. And then I'm going to change your mindset. Because that's what I do here. I speak the truth and then I say it like it is. So tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppy Radio. And if you have the Hoppy Radio app, which you can get in the Google Play and iPhone shop, search up Hoppy Radio. You can hear all 85 of my interviews since July, and you can listen to me live, and they have a cool feature where you can chat me. So check it out. Also, shout out to Drew Garabo, shout out to Martin Dunn, shout out to Sean Daly from HSN, shout out to everybody, Eric Bickle from the Junkies, everybody that was a guest on Happy Hour this week. You guys made it a record-breaking 2,500 listens and 1,500 downloads. Thank you. We are closing in on 80,000 listens and 20,000 downloads. I appreciate it. All right, we have so much to get into. I am sick and tired of all these uptight pussies and all these uptight scumbags that get mad at words. It's getting out of hand. It's getting ridiculous. Listen, I get that when things are said, that you might be offended because you have the personality and you have the guts and you have the charisma of a dead cat. I get that you have no heart and there's nothing really likable about you. So when you hear words, you get offended because you have nothing else better going on with your life. So you get offended for 2 seconds and then we move on. I get that when you didn't fit in as a kid growing up, then now you have the power of social media to hide behind a keyboard like a little bitch and complain about each and everything. And I am sick of it. It's fine to be offended. It's fine to be a wimp. It's fine to be so uptight. But you know what? When it begins ruining one of the last ways, one of the last places to have freedom of speech, that is when it really pisses me off. This next thing I'm going to talk about shows why the movie Idiocracy is happening and why we are screwed. We are done. Dunzo. The fact that people are mad at Rosie O'Donnell over a joke. It wasn't funny, but the fact that this group is so up in arms over that overweight, unfunny hack. What are you guys doing? Ridiculous. Out of all the things to get mad at, you want her to say you're sorry? Here, I'll get to it. I'll explain. This is from the New York Post. Rosie O'Donnell explains triplets with autism joke after advocacy group blasts her as a dog or as a piece of dog crap. But they didn't say crap. Oh, wow. You guys are so much of advocates. You're so responsible. Let's all look up to you and what you're advocating when you're saying she's a piece of dog shit. Oh, wow. You're so respectable. Oh, what role models you scumbags are. And listen, we all know somebody with autism. We all know somebody that has it, or maybe you're listening and you have it. I am not ripping on you at all. It's hard, and I know that you guys go through a lot, and you guys fight each and every day. You fight adversity. But this group is a bunch of uptight scumbags. The fact that they're trying to say, oh, we're better than Rosie O'Donnell's edgy joke, but then you're saying she's a piece of dog shit. You're nothing but a bunch of uptight hypocrites looking for attention, and you got it. So you should be happy. Ridiculous. So sick of it. Sick of the fake outrage. Sick of everyone being so uptight. Sick of everybody making them say they're sorry. And why do you want Rosie to say she's sorry? What are you going to get out of it? Explain. What do you get out of Rosie saying she's sorry? Because Rosie's not really sorry. She's being forced to do it to look good. And Rosie, you're a comedian. That's your platform to be funny. It wasn't a funny joke. You're not a funny person. But comedy is supposed to be edgy. And the fact that you succumb to the pressure like a little rat in an alley in Manhattan is scary. I'm scared for the future of comedy. I lost a lot of respect for you. And that's saying something because I didn't have a lot. That's why I respect Jim Norton, Bill Burr, Jim Florentine, all these guys you'll hear on Opie and Jimmy or on any show on Sirius XM that speak the truth and they don't say they're sorry. I just don't get why this advocacy group, say what you want about the joke. It's not funny. It's offensive. But why would you want her to say she's sorry if she's not? That's like when you get beat up on the playground by that bully. And you get sent to the office. And that kid that beat you up, his parents are there. Your parents are there. And you have that meeting in the main room. And he's like, I'm sorry I beat you up. He's not sorry. They're just saying that to make you feel better. So why would you want Rosie to say she's sorry if she isn't? Like, did that help you? Did her saying she's sorry make you guys go, aw? Are you now a fan of her? Are you going to go see her comedy? Are you now going to be a big supporter of Rosie O'Donnell and see her tweets and catch up with her on Facebook? No, you're a bunch of uptight douchebags that want attention. Shut up. Ridiculous. I'm so sick of this. It's ruining everything. Not the part that they have autism. Once again, I have nothing against that. It's the part that they want her to say she's sorry over a joke that's not funny. And then they're saying she's a piece of dog shit. Ooh, wow. Watch out. You guys are so wild. Ridiculous. She crossed the lines of being a good human to make a desperate lowbrow joke. Have you heard of stand-up comedy? Have you heard of seeing comedians live? Have you heard of comedy? Have you heard of going to a comedy club? You dim-witted moron, you representative from this group that hid behind a keyboard and didn't release your name. You coward, you wimp. Have you heard of comedy? It's full of lowbrow jokes. Have you seen any Adam Sandler movie in the last 10 years? Have you seen any stand-up special? Have you seen any form of comedy? Most of it is lowbrow. What would you expect from Rosie O'Donnell as well? And to say it's a desperate joke, how about we see you, buddy boy, go up there and try to perform in front of a comedy club in New York City? You wouldn't, because you're antisocial, you're not funny, and you wouldn't have the guts to do it. So sit down and shut up. Of course, Rosie O'Donnell had to do damage control. Well, I'm sorry, moving on, blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Here's what she had to say. I have 2 kids with spectrum disorders. I'm aware of the challenges. Exactly! It was a joke. I'm sure she goes through a hard life. I don't like Rosie whatsoever. But it's one of those things where you get that it's just humor. A lot of comedians make fun of their wives. You don't see feminist groups going, Bobby Slayton, say you're sorry. Jim Norton makes jokes about having sex with hookers. You don't hear people getting up in arms. He's disrespecting women. Because people know it's humor. But this group wanted the attention because no one's ever heard of the NAA. Nothing against autism. Nothing against that. But you're ruining free speech. You hypocritical douchebags. The people that run this group. Ridiculous. Here's what she said, Rosie O'Donnell, to the Daily News. This joke is about my incompetence as a parent of teens. Exactly. It's supposed to be relatable. It was an analogy. Comedians are supposed to be edgy and over the top. It's kind of funny. Not in like a funny way, but she'd rather have triplets with autism. Like, oh, wow, get it? Because she hates her kids, but she loves them deep down. Like, it's not a funny joke. But you get where she's going with, oh, wow, what an analogy. The whole crowd laughs. All right. That even the most challenging part of parenting situations is preferable to raising a teen, she said. Although it was not my intent to hurt people, I realize I did. Well, you know what? Those people are now over it. Do you think in August 2016, in about 6 months, they'd be mad at you, Rosie? You had no reason and no place and no responsibility. There was no reason for you to say you're sorry. They would not have held on to this. Do you think in, let's say, September 2021, and let's say September 26, they're like, oh my God, remember when that bitch Rosie made that joke? No, they would have moved on. They were looking for attention, and you fed into it. You are ruining comedy by saying you're sorry, Rosie. This is going to be the beginning of a precedent in 2016 where comedians and TV show hosts, radio hosts, podcasters, bloggers, whatever, are going to have to say they're sorry because of words. Shut up. And I'm saying it to everybody, these groups that get offended over words. It wasn't like she went on like a racist rant like Michael Richards. It was a joke. Sickening. Absolutely sickening. Yeah, she told some audience members, trust me, that's not right. I got Spectrum kids, shut the F up. Ooh, you told them. I wonder if there was a time when comedians make jokes, or Rosie made that joke, and she's like, oh, that's making TMZ. But it's not 1992 where we all had brick cell phones. Everyone's got a smartphone. You can Periscope or tweet it out or put it on Snapchat in a second. It has to be nerve-wracking and less fun to be a comedian just because of these fake, outraged douchebags with no sense of humor and nothing going on with their lives. So they're trying to hurt the lives of celebrities because they wish they were them. They wish they had the talent and they wish they had the money because they have nothing going on with their life. And life passed them by and they didn't know what they want to do. So they're mad that Rosie's made of millions and they're made of not even 6 figures, you wimps. And after one critic accused her of making kids with autism, the punchline of a joke. Oh my God, it was one joke. It was the punchline, but it wasn't like her whole set for 10 minutes was about kids with autism. She made one analogy and then she moved on. We've all said things we regretted. Oh, heaven forbid anybody from this advocacy group has ever said something that offended anybody or ever said anything that was a little outspoken, because you guys are perfect angels. You guys in every single way are flawless. We all should look down on you. We all should appreciate you. We should all kneel down and kiss your ass. Shut up. That punchline, it was a punchline. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't the whole set. It was a punchline as a part of a long bit with her ongoing drama with her estranged 18-year-old daughter. So these dumbasses, these imbeciles, these cretins, these dirty, rotten douchebags from this advocacy group are ripping on her. She's the one that had the kid that went missing. She's going through a lot. It was a joke. God damn. Life is too short to get over and get so mad over one joke, you pussies. And I'm saying this about any advocacy group. I don't want anybody saying, oh, it's because they have autism. No, it's because they're uptight. Anybody is. Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, any of these groups, glad. It's just, shut up. You want to waste the time writing these statements and these blog posts? Like, what did you get out of Rosie saying she's sorry? What did you get? Like, did all of a sudden your life get made? Did you get energy and you went on the treadmill and you had more energy than ever? Did it help you get that raise at work? Did it improve your sex life? Did it help you bond with your kids better? Were you able to beat that level in Madden? It accomplished nothing but a bunch of fake outrage because you have nothing going on with your life. Nobody loves you and you need attention. Because your parents never cared about you, and now you're overcompensating by being douchebags.
Next on Happy Hour.
All right, up next on Happy Hour. I'm going to rip on all these douchebags that are ripping on Sports Illustrated 2016 for having a plus-size model on the front cover, and Ronda Rousey. We will get to that and more after this. Tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppy Radio. And this segment has been brought to you by my guys, James St. John, Brooke St. John, and Nick St. John out of Speed King Signs in Palmetto. Call them for a design or anything you want. 941-628-1506. It's 941-628-1506. Tell them I sent you for a badass deal. We will be right back on Happy Hour. After this, hang on.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
What up? What is happening? This is Ryan Hoppy from the award-winning Happy Hour podcast, and I'm here today to talk about my new sponsor, Simply Prepaid of Gulfport, which carries T-Mobile, Go Smart Mobile, Simple Mobile, and Ultra Mobile services. All of their plans are no contract, so you don't have to worry about that. And they are powered by the T-Mobile network. They have an unlimited plan for any budget. So maybe you're behind on bills and you don't have a lot of money right now, but you want to have an unlimited plan. Trust me when I say Simply Prepaid of Gulfport is the place to go to. You can bring in your own device or take advantage of their large assortment of handsets. If you bring in your old device from another carrier, you can get a free phone with no contract if you transfer your number from the other carrier. So that is one of the most badass features about them. One of the best things about Simply Prepaid of Gulfport is they carry a full assortment of accessories for your tablet or smartphone, and they even do repairs. So maybe something is acting up with your phone and you don't know who to turn to. Trust me when I say Simply Prepaid of Gulfport is the place to go to. And they even have very convenient cell phone classes. So maybe you're behind on the whole smartphone phenomenon and you want to catch up. Maybe you need to know about it for your new job, or you just want to fit in with all the cool kids. Head on over to Simply Prepaid of Gulfport and they can hook you up with some good classes. If you tell them that Ryan Hoppy sent you, you can get a free gift with any repair or activation. And now you're probably wondering, how can I get in contact with such a great deal? They are at 5014 Gulfport Boulevard South. And if you don't know where Gulfport Boulevard South is, trust me, it's not hard. When you cross 49th Street going west on the 22nd Avenue South, it becomes Gulfport Boulevard. So it's not hard to find. It's very convenient. And trust me, Patrick and everybody at Simply Prepaid of Gulfport, they're reliable, they're humble, and they are there to help you out. If you want to call them, it's not hard. It's 727-331-1934. That is 727-331-1934. I'm a man of my word. Trust me when I say Simply Prepaid of Gulfport is the best in the Bay.
It's time to turn Hoppy on. It's time to turn Hoppy on. It's time to turn Hoppy on. The outspoken millennial for his generation. You are tuned in to Happy Hour. I mean, it's just words, right?
Welcome back to Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy. We have so much to get into, but tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Chat me live via the Spreaker app. All you have to do is download it and go to Google Play or the iPhone shop. Search up Hoppy Radio, and you can listen anywhere in the world. Go to my website, ryanhoppyradio.com. And also, this segment is being brought to you by Simply Prepaid of T-Mobile. If you go there and tell them that Ryan Hoppy sent you, you will get a badass deal. Trust me, these guys are likable, they are unreal, and they are some of the best guys you will ever meet. Let me get you the number here so that you guys can find them and you guys can check them out. It is at 727-331-1934. That is 727-331-1934. And go up to Tony or go up to my guy Ryan at 5014 Gulfport Boulevard South in St. Pete and tell them I sent you. you will get a badass deal. Right now, they are hooking you guys up. They will fix your phone today, not tomorrow, not the day after, not next week, not next month, not the next generation. Today, they will fix your phone. They will hook you up with an unlimited plan. Go there. Tell them I sent you. It's a badass time. Hell yeah. I don't get this fascination, folks, and I see this on the Daily Mail Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue 2016. Cover revealed. UFC's Ronda Rousey, plus-size beauty Ashley Graham, and Haley all make the cut. Haley Clausen. Here's my thing. I don't get why people think they have the right to judge what models look like. I don't get where people come off thinking, oh, yeah, she's better looking than this girl. She's better looking. They're all hot. They're all good looking if they're in a model magazine for Sports Illustrated 2016. Like, I love when everyone rips on Ronda Rousey's looks. Like, number one, she could kick your ass. Number two, she'd be great in bed because she could kick your ass. And number three, I love when they judge her on how she looks after a fight. They're like, she looks like sloth. Yeah, buddy boy, because you look good after you're done working out or jogging or lifting up the TV remote and you're sweating profusely because you're a fat slob. Nobody looks the best when they are working out. And she's putting her heart on the line when she's fighting in these UFC fights. So sit down and shut up. The other thing I don't get is this plus-size model. It's ridiculous that people are even hating on her. Her name is, let me see here, Ashley Graham. And she is so hot. She's thick. She's got a nice chest, and she's got really pretty eyes and nice lips. But yeah, she's a plus size. Oh, she's fat. Oh, you uptight, arrogant, self-entitled, materialistic douchebags. Anybody out there that is hating on her looks, anybody out there that's judging her looks or saying she shouldn't be in the magazine, if she walked up in front of you and offered to go down on you or offered to go on a date with you on Valentine's Day or offered to have sex with you or even talk to you, you wouldn't say it to your face. You wouldn't say it to her face either because you're an antisocial douchebag that hides behind a keyboard like a pussy. The other thing. Oh, I love when they judge their looks, blah, blah, blah. They're in a magazine for a reason. And frankly, being thick and being plus size is then better than being some anorexic little doll, some Barbie doll that's like, eats like 40 calories a day and is like a stick figure. I like my girls when they're thick. It's ridiculous. And all these guys that are hating on Ashley Graham, oh, she's size 14, she's fat. These are all the douchebags who tonight, their date will be watching Lisa Ann on Pornhub or maybe paying for a webcam girl to do things with a dildo or going on Tinder and hoping that someone swipes right on you. Anybody that's hating on their looks is an unlikable douche. Anybody that's hating on her looks is lonely and just feels like they feel like a better person when they hate on somebody because something happened in their life where they have the need to make fun of people. All right. Perhaps the least surprising of the models announced was UFC beauty Ronda Rousey, who was revealed last month to be in the highly anticipated SI issue. And shout out to SI for making it unique and making it seem like we need to buy it because we do. Because, like, you can buy porn. You can watch porn. You can get it anywhere. So, like, the fact that they make this intriguing where people will buy this, everybody over at SI is an utter genius. I'm just saying. The fact that they make you want to buy it, they are marketing geniuses because all the other risque and pornographic magazines seem to be going by the wayside. The MMA pro was pictured stripping off and posing in a painted-on bathing suit for a risque shoot. But no, she's not hot because she looks sweaty and like sloth after putting her heart on the line during a UFC fight. Heaven forbid she be in the magazine. That's unreal. Who would think that would happen? The girl, who was also featured in last year's swimsuit issue, had a disappointing year as she lost to Holly Holm. We all know that. And this other girl, oh my God, is she drop dead gorgeous. Haley Clausen, she's 20 years old. Oh my God. She took the rookie spot. Oh my God, is she gorgeous. Moments after the unveiling Rousey, she said, it's a real honor being a part of such a legendary issue that pays homage to different body types of women and not promoting just one cookie cutter image for every woman, but showing the healthiest version of every body, like this girl, Ashley Clausen. I can't whistle for crap. I just tried to whistle. Let me try again. There you go. It's the best I can whistle. I suck at catcalling. She said, and I couldn't be happier as I love to see Ashley's look. Oh my God. I'm looking at a picture of the plus size model, Ashley Graham. Oh my God, is she so thick? She looks so good in this dress. But yeah, she's fat. You wouldn't go out on a date with her. She's not good enough for you, you unhappy douchebags. Oh, heaven forbid. Sickening. And they look so happy, and they're with Nick Cannon when it was announced, and Nick Cannon has the look like, I could bang any of you in a second. It must be great being Nick Cannon. I heard Howard talking about it, and he was saying when he was on America's Got Talent that in the break room and on the set, that Nick Cannon is the biggest ladies' man, and he gets so much girls, and I can imagine. I even have a crush on Nick Cannon. His swagger is over the top. I mean, he got to have Mariah Carey's baby. I mean, he is a winner in life in my eyes. But all these girls are so gorgeous. Oh, my God. To me, Ronda Rousey is the least appealing because I'm not a big fan of her personality. But, oh, my God, this Clausen girl and Ashley Graham, the thick girl, those are the beauties there. Everybody needs to look out for Haley Clausen. She is drop dead gorgeous with her blonde hair. And then Ashley Graham, the thick girl. I feel like this show is basically just me verbally touching myself. Like, I'm not touching myself live on the air here, but I feel like you're just kind of hearing me get all excited. You know what I mean? All right. Here's what else I see on the dailymail.com before we get out of here. Tiger teacher. Shocking moment as a New York educator at High Pressure Success School is secretly recorded ripping up homework and berating a first grader for getting a math problem wrong. If you don't have the attention span, or you don't have the mentality or the likability or the personality or the charisma to deal with a first grader who can't learn math, then you shouldn't be a teacher, honey. Just saying. A video of a teacher mocking a first grader and ripping up her paper has emerged. Charlotte Dial, a teacher at a Success Academy charter school in Brooklyn, was secretly recorded by a teacher. During a math lesson, Dial shamed a first grader for getting a problem incorrect. A spokeswoman for the academy said that Dial is a model teacher and has been promoted to help train other teachers treat them like dirt. A creepy video of a teacher ripping up homework and berating the first grader in front of her classmates for failing to explain a math problem has emerged. Charlotte Dial, a teacher at the Success Academy Charter School in Cobble Hill, Brooklyn, was secretly recorded by a teacher's assistant during a math lesson. One little girl was asked to solve a math problem during their number stories lesson. Oh, were those the worst? That stories. This person had this amount of apples, and oh, God, I hated math. In the video, the teacher can be heard saying to the little girl to count the numbers, getting all hyper. The kid goes 1, 2, 4. So she got it wrong and looks up at the teacher. Dial then rips up the girl's paper and then throws it on the floor. What a class act. What a model teacher everyone should look up to. Everyone should emulate their lessons on. Good riddance. Dial then takes the girl's paper and throws it in the trash and spits on it. Oh, wow. Great role model. What a likable woman. And she was promoted last year. Oh, wow. Somebody come up and show me how they should have counted to get her answer, and that one was a split. So basically, she was just ripping into the kids. So the video was recorded in 2014. Okay, here's the confusing part. Why is it coming out now? Like, if this was so offensive to that teacher's aide, why are you waiting now, 2 years later? It wasn't like it was 6 months ago or the beginning of the year or even last year. It's 2 years ago, and now you're releasing the video? It's because she was promoted to be a model teacher, and this teacher's aide wishes she had it. And she's like, oh, yeah, I have that video of Mrs. Dial freaking out on that kid. So basically, maybe Mrs. Dial had a bad day, but she probably shouldn't be a teacher. But my point is, this teacher's aide is obviously jealous, obviously wants her success, and obviously is manipulative and very unlikable. Because it'd be one thing if you came out with the video the day after and you had the guts and the integrity for the kids. But it seems like you're doing it for yourself, honey. It seems like the principals are defending her, and she said she was sorry to the class. So then what does this teacher want announcing it? She wants the attention, and she wants her job. And frankly, she ain't going to get it. That's all I'm saying. Because you're a rat. You're a snitch if you're announcing it 2 years later. It's been 24 months. It's been a while.
Happy hour is about to end. But first, it's time for Last Call.
Ow.
Thank you for listening to Happy Hour. I appreciate it. Tweet at me at Ryan Hoppy Radio. Go to my website, ryanhoppyradio.com. Email me, ryan@tocoworks.com. Download my app into Google Play and iPhone Shop. Search up Hoppy Radio. You can hear all 85 of my interviews since July and much, much more. Coming up this week on Happy Hour, from 97.1 AMP Radio in Los Angeles, and the co-host of the Perez Hilton podcast, Chris Booker, will be on the show. Also this week, Nard from the Billy Madison Show on 99.5 Kiss Rocks in San Antonio. They're in various other markets, and on 102.5 The Bone, they will be on, as well as a bunch of other guests that will be badass, like comedian Ron Hortman, and much, much more. This has been Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy, and my final thought is, quit being such uptight douchebags. Quit having a lack of a sense of humor. Life's too short. Just laugh, and if you don't like the joke or you're offended, move on. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody's impressed, and nobody's listening to you, and nobody's opinion changed just because you're offended. This has been Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppy, saying peace out.
Happy Hour.
Rick-a-tick-a-tick-tock, tick-tock-tock. Ring, ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding. Rick-a-dick, rick, rick-a-dick, rick. Ring-a-ding-a-ding-ding-dong. Rim, 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 rim. Michael, how long's it been, old friend?
Too long, you sassy devil.
You crabapple.
You delicious horseshoe crab.
Oh, I'd grab you with my claws if I had any.
I'd pinch you so hard. Who's this guy?
Oh, shoot. That's Torn, Tash, Tennis, Tens, Tango, Cash, Tay.
He looks like a Steven to me.
Steven.
Steven.
Hello, Steven.
Hello, Steven.
It's actually Tom Peters. It's good to meet you.
So, Michael, they tell me you're a doctor of energy now?
Yeah, it's a great gig.